So let's talk diet mistakes, and I have 3 that I specifically see hold so many people back and slow down their fat loss and really make the whole journey miserable. And if your goal is to get lean, if your goal is to go to 15% body fat or below, you don't want to end up on this roller coaster where you keep losing and gaining and losing and gaining, and ultimately never being able to enjoy the process and make a sustainable lifestyle change. And the truth is, the journey is full of mistakes, and you're gonna make plenty, but you don't have to make every single mistake out there. You're gonna spend years and decades trying and trying and trying. You can actually learn from other people's experiences as well. That's exactly what this video is for. So without any further ado, let's dive into it. Now, the first diet mistake that I see so many people make that I want you to avoid is jumping straight into planning and changes and adjustments right after a blowout. Right after a bad weekend, right after an event or holiday where you made decisions that you're not proud of and you feel like it's the end of the world, now you want to start making some crazy changes. Now in that heightened state, when all those emotions are fresh, you're looking to commit to something that is extremely restrictive, oftentimes doubling the cardio, cutting the calories, really looking to punish yourself, really looking to add a bunch of fasting. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. And of course, that plan is extremely unrealistic, because when that plan matches reality, you're essentially setting yourself up for another failure and you're gonna feel even worse. In that moment, if you had a blowout, if you had a failure, you wanna analyze that failure, of course, you wanna try to learn from it, but you also wanna collect yourself. You want to go back to a rational state of mind and start forming proper plans that then you can use something in psychology called mental contrasting. So you create a plan, you imagine how that plan is going to go, but then you also start thinking about what are the obstacles to really implement this plan? What will get in the way? Because if I'm planning to do 7 days a week of training, if I'm planning to do cardio and weights, if I'm planning to fast half the time, if I'm planning to cut calories to 1,200 calories, what am I going to do with reality? What about work? What about training? How's my performance going to go? What is that going to do to me mentally? How am I going to go and commit to this if I can't actually do my other stuff? What are some of the competing commitments in place? Because when you form a plan, you want to make sure that plan matches the reality of your lifestyle. You don't want to be setting yourself up for failure and essentially training yourself to be a failure. And that's the cycle that I keep seeing people get into is blowout, unrealistic plan, another blowout, unrealistic plan, another blowout, and just keep rinsing and repeating, never making any progress. And then of course you get very, very discouraged. You literally train yourself into a very low confidence state of mind where you can't even commit to a proper plan after a while because you just don't believe that anything can be done anymore. So please don't make this mistake. It's a major issue. Avoid it. And you're going to thank yourself for being rational, for being more data-driven, for making the right decision to approach this journey from a more sustainable viewpoint. Diet mistake number 2, not hitting like on this video. Jokes aside, it would really mean a lot to me if you go below the video right now. Make sure to hit the like button as well. Helps with the algorithm, and we can push this video out to help more people avoid these mistakes. Now, real mistake 2 is not having staple meals. I see a lot of people not do this, and it's so simple. You really only have to jump into MyFitnessPal and plan out a couple of mock days, a couple of meals there, just set some drafts to understand how to hit your calories and macros with foods that you really enjoy, ingredients that you really enjoy. And so what if the diet has to be repetitive some days? It's good because it helps you deal with those times when you're really stressed out. You want to have a system where if you need to fall back onto something, that you do fall back onto a healthy diet versus falling back onto a diet that's whatever is on top of Uber Eats or whatever other app or people eating these days. You want to make sure that your contingency, that your plan B is actually amazing, that it can keep you on track, and that's helping you then do your groceries, that's helping you in general really stay on track. So have your staple meals. I mean, anybody that I know that has been doing this for 10 plus years has 3, 4, 5 meals that they really enjoy. They can always put together in the next 5, 10, 15 minutes if they need something quick, and you're good to go. So this is huge in terms of planning, in terms of adherence, in terms of consistency. So do make sure you have your staple meals planned out, and you will be really happy that you did so. Diet mistake number 3, blaming yourself when you fall off the diet. And don't get me wrong, I do believe that it's 100% our responsibility to take care of this. I do believe it's your body, your lifestyle, your health. You need to take care of it, but it might not necessarily be your fault, even though it is your responsibility to take care of this. And here's what I mean by this. Look, if your diet is off, if your diet doesn't actually educate you how to get your calories in order, how to hit your protein, how to make that consistent, give you practical things to do that fit your lifestyle to handle all stressful events, social events, how to bounce back, how to be consistent, how to handle the psychology of it, it's the diet fault that you're falling off track. If you're following a random diet, of course, chances of failure are really, really high. And people don't see this because we love to take that personal responsibility, but we confuse the personal responsibility with failure and with a bad system. And this is exactly what the fitness industry and the weight loss industry feed off of. Because if you fail, you blame yourself and, okay, there's the next diet. Try this one, try that one, new one, new one. 50 years from now, there's still going to be the next fad diet for you to try it out. And this whole misinformation of you can eat whatever you want as long as you're intermittent fasting. No, you can't. You can, calories don't count. You can eat whatever you want as long as you cut out carbs. No, you can't. I mean, come on, right? These are things that hold people back. So the level of knowledge you have, the level of skill you have has to keep improving over time. And these fads, they don't allow you to do that, but they keep blaming you. So you think like, oh, the whole thing is just not for me. Eventually, you kind of lose hope. You don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Instead, what you want to be thinking about is how you can improve your system. Think like a software engineer. Imagine you put out a piece of software and something doesn't work. Something is not as fast. Or let's say new hardware comes out and of course the old software needs an upgrade. That's exactly what the diet needs to do over time. What you need to do with your diet is simply keep upgrading it. If you learn from your mistakes, you take that lesson and embed it into a new version, and then you keep doing that. And then more mistakes come up, again, keep doing that. You simply iterate and improve your system over time, so the system now actually fits you. And that's literally what coaching is about. That's literally what I do over time with my clients, because I see when they come to me, they're already coming from a perspective, oh, I tried 30 things, I don't know if anything works anymore, because they've tried garbage advice of people trying to mislead them. That's essentially what this whole system boils down to. So thinking more about iterations, dialing in it for yourself, finding things that really work for you long-term, that are sustainable for you to do, that's the key to success here. That's how you get out of this whole roller coaster of dieting and really make this a lifestyle. The other thing I do want to invite you to do is subscribe below. Make sure to hit that bell icon as well to enable notifications. Details for coaching are in the description below, so check out that link. I'm also going to leave 2 videos here. Check those videos out, and I'll see you right there.